Good afternoon, everyone. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to know a good food or the good food. Yeah. The important thing I want you to take away from this video is what I describe as the mystery of food. The food that we eat has been created by nature in a way that you discover that what is eaten in this place is not eaten in the other place. What the other people are eating is not eaten in the other place. But it's just the interpretation that different group of people try to give to the natural things that they have in their environment. Over the years, we discover that there are certain food that is good for the individual. We are all unique. So recently, it's been discovered that the food we eat should also be unique to us. If there is no one size fit all, that because I eat this food and it's good for me, it just have to be good for you. Probably the difference is not much. It could be that if I add other food to the one I'm eating, it will be better for me. Why you don't have to add anything to the same food, but you eat it, it will be better for you. So we are all unique. There are so little different things that makes us unique that you can add to your food. The food that makes you happy is the food that you should eat. For example, if you wake up in the morning and then you start feeling a little bit lousy, or you don't know how you are feeling, or you have a kind of feeling in your stomach, you have to find out what was the last food that I ate before going to bed. Most of the time, that food is directly related to the feelings that you are having when you wake up in the morning. So take note, and then you will say, okay, yeah, if I eat this is the feeling it gives me. And if I eat that, I wake up in the morning, I just jump up and go about my duty without feeling anything. So those food are sending you messages. Recently, even in our own health, the medical science has discovered that there is no one particular medicine that is good for everybody. The medicine, the percentage of the ingredients in a particular medicine we have to vary a little for it to work perfectly with the other person. You don't just say that this Tylenol is 200 milligram will be good for every person. That is how it has always been, but now they're coming to discover that there has to be a little variation because of the uniqueness of the individual. The same thing is applicable to our food. Another thing I wanted to also point out is the resemblance of the food that we eat to the organs in our body. This is something that nature has put there, but for the individual who is able to, not necessarily smart enough, who is able to look at it and reason and say, oh, why is this like this? That is, you'll be able to discover that, oh, this is something that is natural. For example, the apple, you see whether green or red apple, you see how it resembles the shape of the heart. So nature is indirectly saying to you, this food is good for your heart. For example, papaya, it looks like this. It looks like the stomach or somebody's stomach. So we all know so much about papaya and what it does in the body and how it's good for your stomach. You can even squeeze the leaf and drink it whenever if you are having stomach discomfort. That was what I grew up with as a little boy in Africa, where I was born. Then mango if you look at mango, it has the shape of the kidney. Nature is indirectly telling you this and the kidney is related. So if you eat, since it is good to eat, if you eat it, it's directly going to have a good positive effect on your kidney. The same thing with beans. I know here in America we call it black eyed pea, but beans, the shape of beans is just like the shape of the kidney, and there are different varieties of beans. So these are food that you can eat. I know this, they will say, oh, is this scientifically proven? No, it's not. It's not something that you have to. If personally, I have a science background. I'm a registered nurse. I was a registered nurse for many years in England. If you look at the shape of the food, yeah, that is something from nature, which science will not is not able to prove. The science may eventually get to it something many years away from with thousands of years in the future before they say, oh my God, this thing was said over so and so years ago, and this is it. Yeah, but science, there's nothing wrong with science at all. They are doing the best that they can. For example, the walnut. The walnut is a nut, but when you crack it, you see how it resembles the brain. So these are all food that nature is indirectly telling you is good for your body. Another thing that I wanted to talk about now is about diseases. We see most of the things that cause diseases in our life are bacteria and viruses. So you see, nature also has a way of putting things out there that resembles these bacteria and viruses, which we even eat as food. So if you're able to look at the food you eat and then the problem compared to the bacteria that is causing the problem that you might be experiencing, you discover that if there is a correlation. So if you see the food you have to eat, yeah, this resemble all this, the virus or the bacteria that is causing this. Why do this food look so much like that? For example, during COVID-19, I discovered, I don't know, probably we have it in Africa or in Europe, but I've never seen this fruit before. But during the COVID-19, the universe put some fruits on my path, which I discovered. And then when I look at it, I said, why does this particular fruit look so much like a virus? Yeah, I don't have the picture of I don't have the food. I don't have the fruit in my apartment right now. I would have shown you one of this fruit I'm talking about. But I asked somebody, I said, what do you call this? They say it's called rambutan. Right? Yeah. I think it's from Mexico, but it's from South America. You can find it in any of the shops. It's in H-E-B, Walmart. No, I've not seen it in Walmart, but you get it in H-E-B once in a while. So when I discovered that during the COVID-19, that was the food I ate throughout the period because of the resemblance it has with the virus that was prevalent at that time. In life, there is nothing like coincidence. Nature put things on our path because they want us to learn. We are all unique, and it has always been said that God, if you call it God, the universe is incomprehensible. They say God is incomprehensible. That is it. He created unique individuals, and He put things on our path, the things that we need to know at a very particular time that we are having a particular problem. But the difficulty, or because of the rush that it is money I'm looking for, I want to quickly get to my work and all that, we miss out on so many of these things. And the reason I'm saying this, why did this particular fruit appear to me while the COVID-19 was going on? That is, it's as simple as that. Somebody will say, oh, that was just, it's not a coincidence. It's what was going on and the things that I was always thinking about. How do I make sure that this thing does not touch me or affect me as the way I was seeing it on the television? That was why nature put that there, and then I was able to see the resemblance, and I bought plenty of it at that time, and I ate it throughout the period, and it was available. Although it's not always available. The last thing I want to say here is the fact that we just have to be careful. You have to experiment. If you find yourself in an environment, or you find you're trying to eat something that you have not eaten before, first of all, experiment and see how it feels in your body. And then that could be the particular fruit or food that nature is putting on your path that will help to take care of whatever the problem might be that you are going through at that time. So I just want to say thank you for for spending this time with me. And then, yeah, have this at the back of your mind whenever you find yourself. If you are a farmer, you in your farm, you see the fruits and the varieties that you are growing, and how the resemblance is had with other things. So and the relationship that they have. So thank you.